Hello, everyone. On this Tuesday, 24th December 2024. How quickly the year goes. We are in December. December only have a week or so, and then we'll enter New Year 2025. I am Madam Anireju Erewa. Whatever time you are right now, I greet and welcome you to my channel, Anireju News. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Mete wa Biafra de no. Mete wa Biafra de no. Asina heri jibimegi. Mete wa Biafra de no. Akane hiora. Dule o. Mete haleluya. Mete wa Biafra de no.
This struggle is there are some individuals in this struggle who are a donut. Yes, a donut. They are a donut. And they are in the struggle. They are claiming to be Igodomigodo, a donut that is Islamic, is claiming to be Igodomigodo. So we are going to talk about that. We are going to talk about this donut that is Islamic and is claiming to be Igodomigodo, Biafra. We are going to talk about that. Yes, so. Before we go into that, just recently, information came out that Samuel Odiagbofo Ogbemudia, who brought the British-sponsored Nigerian military troops to Bini South during the 3-year war of 1967 to 1970 to murder Biafrans. Yes, during the 3-year genocidal war of 1967 to 1970, Ogbemudia brought British-sponsored Nigerian troops to Benin South to murder Biafrans. And it turned out his mother, recently we found out that Ogbemudia mother was Igbo, Igbanke. See the ills that the British conned Nigeria has done to the mental thinking of Aigbede Edo North, Samuel Ogbemudia, maternal side was Igbo, and his paternal side was Kukuruku, Aigbede, Edo North, Awushi, Esako, Afemai. Yes. Yes. I remember seeing the lifeless bodies of Igbo Biafra traders and Biafra soldiers, fallen heroes on Bini Street. It was devastating to see how perhaps innocent Edo people who were deceived to hate Biafra at the time sang praises to hail Samuel Ogbemudia as Igbo Biafran corpses were loaded and transported in lorries to mass grave around the Ring Road, Mission Road in Benin City. While in the Edo villages, including Edo North villages, corpses of Biafran soldiers lay scattered in bushes, left to decay. Yes, left to decay. At that time, what we know now, we didn't know. No one knew at the time that Edo North that took part in the genocidal murder of Biafrans in the war is actually Islamic. It's no longer something. Now we know. Now we understand why they played the kind of role they played. They were Islamic. Yes. You know, karma has a way of catching up with evil. Yes. Some months after Samuel Ogbemudia brought the Nigerian troops to Benin South, his mother's death was announced on the day of her burial. Something happened on that day. I remember very well because I was in Benin. As the procession was going on about the you know how procession be now. This is a hero. They called Samuel Ogbemudia. So his mother passed away, and so a procession was going on to where they want to bury her, and then about 3 military warplanes were doing displays up in the sky. I remember they were doing this like a war display in the sky. When the procession got to around the mass grave location of the Igbo Biafran soldiers and Igbo traders who were buried in the mass grave, 2 of the warplanes plunged into buildings. I remember it. We had it crashed. Heavy flames was seen from far distance. I remember because I was, a teenager at that time. So, and curiosity mind. So, we were running. Some of us was running towards the direction. And even I could hear my late mother at that time, bless her soul now, calling on us, but where we were running. Because, I have never seen plane before. I see plane in the sky. It looks small, but I didn't know that plane is very big. When we almost got near there, they blocked. They didn't let people go further. Look, that's when I knew plane is big. It was big and shiny. There was massive destructions of properties, vehicles, and people burned to death beyond recognition. Yes, on the day of Ogbemudia, Samuel Ogbemudia mama burial. Yes. So you see how karma catches. It catches. Yes. It was not known at the time that Edo North, Ogbemudia side, is Islamic. And Edo North was a major player in Bini South, with British, Fulani, and Ilorin Yoruba doing political extermination to eliminate Igbo, and also the quest to Islamize Biafra via the coastal, which Edo North have not been able to accomplish since 1880 AD. And now, with the struggle to restore Biafra, Awushi, Esako, Afema, Kukuruku, Aigbede, Edo North want to be identified with or as Igodomigodo Biafra. How possible is that? We have to call a spade a spade. How possible is that? Ade Atsuna, Awushi, Esako, Afema. How possible is that? Okay. Now, question now they ask you. Amen, no. Ota, amen, no. Yes. I am asking a paramount pragmatic question to Awushi, Esako, Afemai. With all the negative conducts and atrocities that Awushi, Esako, Afemai did to Biafra in the 3-year British genocidal war of 1967 to 1970. And still, the war never ended. It continued with economic strangulation of Biafra and coastal that over the years is blown off proportion now. Look at the Nigeria now. Okay. All right. This not be myth. This is not a myth storytelling. No. ọ̀nà ẹ̀yìn na ya kú ẹ̀yìn na ya kú hie. Not at all. It's not a storytelling. It's not a myth. It's not a fiction. Yes. Na documentation of actual history of occurrence of event. Na it be this. And we have to ask this pragmatic question to Awushi, Esako, Edo North, Afema, that is claiming to be Igodomigodo Biafra. Yeah. These documentations, what Awushi, Esako, Afema did to Biafra cannot be swept under the rug. It cannot be left untold. Yes, it cannot be swept under the rug, and it cannot be left untold. Yes. Igodomigodo is known to be the real Bini Empire that started the Ogiso dynasty in 900 AD. Yes, if people didn't know, Igodomigodo is the real Bini that started the Ogiso King dynasty in 900 AD. And among the various festivity celebrations in Igodomigodo Bini, the real Bini, as people know, they have a lot of festivities, a lot of them, but among them is the Awere celebrations for family that they do towards the end of the year. The Awere celebration is for good luck, prosperity, protection, good health. Yes, that's what Awere is about. Islam is not about that. We have to call a spade a spade. Islam is not about this. About that at all. Okay. And also, Igodomigodo is naturally gifted with artistic quality artwork. Yes, Igodomigodo is. And I will share an Isako, Afema, now famine then day and Islamization. Okay. It would be contradictory for Awushi, Esako, Afema being Muslim, Islamic, in quest jihad, conquest, Islamization is what they have been about. And now want to claim to be Igodomigodo. Okay. Igodomigodo is not Muslim, is not Islamic, and is not in the quest to Islamize. Igodomigodo method of worship is to appease the various gods and goddesses of the land for purification of the land. That includes worship of Osalobwano, the supreme god. Yes. Oloku, the water goddess. Ogun, god of iron. And Shango, god of thunder, among the various gods. And these are not these are not Muslim Islamic worship that Awushi Esako Apema is into. Okay. The real Bini traditional practices, Awushi Esako Apema consider it as satanic. That just as Usman Dampodio did to the Hausa people. They consider it satanic. And you want to claim that you are Igodomigodo. We have to call a spade a spade. Yes, these parts have to come out as you are claiming to be Igodomigodo. Okay, if you don't know the history, go look at the history before you begin to claim to be Igodomigodo. You are Muslim, you are Islamic. Yes, that's who you are. In addition, no invaders and occupiers would dare step their toes in Igodomigodo soil. None at all. In the early centuries, which the British can attest to what happened to the first Europeans that stepped their feet on the soil of Benin, on Igodomigodo soil. The British can attest to it, as because of British interest in trade export of ivory, palm oil, and pepper. And how the Europeans, invaders, never returned back to England. Yes, the British can attest to that. Unlike Awushi Esako Apema Aigbede Edo North, that didn't have the gut to deal with the Bida Nupe Fulani, that came in 1860 AD from Niger State on Islamization mission purpose. In fact, Esako made the Islamization of the entire Kukuruku Edo North easy for the Bida Nupe Fulani in 1860 to 1880 AD. And also the jihad conquest of Idoa, Esan border with Ishan in 1881 AD, as well as the jihad conquest of Onwa Ewu, the second Esan border with Aigbede Edo North in 1882 AD. After Momodu the First ascended the Edo North throne in 1880 AD. So you see the difference? Are you seeing the difference here? Bida just came. They didn't challenge. They just Islamized it. But the first Europeans that stepped their foot in Igodomigodo soil, they never returned back. And Britain can attest to this fact. Yes. And now, in the 25th century that we are in, Awushi Esako Afema, being Muslim Islamic, that is answerable to Usman Dan Fodio Sokoto Caliphate and the Bida Nupe Fulani, developed an interest to be Igodomigodo. Okay. All right. All right. In my documentary, Correcting Ishekiri History Series 2, if you go to Google and type Correcting Ishekiri History Series 2, I talked about the Bini Prince Oluginwa, and I made reference to the Bini Empire people decision to do away with their Ogiso kings in the 1100 AD. Though I didn't mention Igodomigodo per se in the documentary, but the Ogisos that I mentioned actually relates to the Igodomigodo Ogiso kings dynasty reign of Bini Empire in early 900 AD to his demands in 1100 AD, 12th century. Okay. At his demands, the Bini people no longer want to be ruled by Ogisos. They wanted Oba to rule the Bini Empire. Though people didn't go to Bini Empire people, they did not go to Edo North. That's not where they went to. Ask for Oba to come and take control of the Ogisos. They went to the Yoruba land. They went to Oduduwa, Ile-Ife, Yoruba land, to ask Oromia, who happened to be the youngest son of Oduduwa. He was a prince, Prince Oromia. They asked him to come and take control of the Ogisos in Bini Empire, Ile-Ife. Edo people invited the Yoruba Ile-Ife Prince Oromia, who was the youngest son of Oduduwa, to the Bini Kingdom to take control over their Ogiso kings. Oromia honored their invitation, and upon arrival to the Bini Kingdom, he was crowned as Oba of the Bini Kingdom in 1170 AD, 12th century. His demands in 1200 AD, 13th century, was when his son, Prince Eweka, was crowned Oba Eweka the First, 1200 AD to 1235 AD. He ruled for 35 years. Though it is unclear why Edo people of present generation seem not to recognize Oba Oramiyan reign as the first crowned Oba to rule the Bini kingdom. Instead, it was the reign of his elder son, Oba Eweka the First dynasty, royal monarchy, that Edo people of present generation recognize as the first crowned Oba of the Bini Empire. Either way, the Bini Empire has been ruled by two dynasties. The first being Igodomigodo dynasty, and the second being the Oramiyan and Eweka the First royal monarchy dynasty that ended in the 17th century with the reign of the 21st crowned Oba Ahazia, who was 16 years old in 1641 AD to 1661 AD when he joined his ancestors at about 31 years old. He died childless without an heir to succeed him. Thus ended the Eweka the First dynasty direct lineage Oba to rule the Bini Empire. Yes, so that's when it ended. Yeah. So this, and these are the real Benis. These are not a donut. Okay. From the 22nd Oba to rule the Bini kingdom, that include the 35th crowned Oba of Orame, Nobaise, to rule the Bini Empire in 1888 AD, were not a direct lineage of Oba Eweka the First. And it was in the Oba of Orame, Nobaise reign, that the Queen Victoria of England sent her British imperialists to invade the Bini kingdom in 1897 AD because Oba of Orame stood his ground and refused to sign the Queen Victoria trade treaties. This was why Queen Victoria of England had her British imperialists to bring war to Benin to the Igodomigodo Bini Empire to steal, mug, rob, destroy, and capture, and banished the 35th crowned Oba of Benin to Calabar, a name the British used to replace Akwa Akpa in present-day Cross River in 1884 AD after the Berlin Conference. These are part of the ills British England, along with the Fulani, did to us. Coastal Biafra. You can go and do the research. All these things, go and do the research. You will see that Calabar is a name that the British used to replace Akwa Akpa. Okay. All right. The Bini Empire throne was left vacant. So they still could not, much as Britain, Fulani, even this Edo North, have made series of efforts to Islamize. They have not succeeded with Biafra. Never. They've not succeeded with Biafra. Yes. The Bini Empire throne, even with the banishment of Oba of Orame, the Bini Igodomigodo stood their ground that they will not install another Oba. They will not. They left it vacant until Oba of Orame passed away. His demands to join his ancestors in exile in January 1914 in Calabar, before the Bini Empire Kingdom people crowned their 36th Oba Aigwabasimi of Orame on 24th July 1914, who was the son of Oba of Orame. He was crowned Oba Eweka II after the 13th century founder of the royal monarchy dynasty of Oba Eweka I. Oba of Orame joined his ancestors while still in Calabar exile. The year and month that the British alcoholic mercenary soldier Frederick Lugard and his British journalist alcoholic concubine woman conned the fake amalgamation contraption Nigeria for benefit of the British, Fulani, Ilorin Yoruba, and the Kukuruku Aigbede Edo North, Awushi, Afema, Isako. Yes. So, they are Islam. And Biafra is not Islam. Igodomigodo is not Islam. I have the photos of Igodomigodo Ogisos dynasty, as well as Oba of Oramian and Oba Eweka I, royal monarchy dynasty, Oba of Orame and Oba Eweka II to show you. Let's see their photos. That is Igodomigodo, who started the Ogiso dynasty in 900 AD to 1100 AD in the 12th century. Now let's see the photo of Oba Oramia. That's the photo of Oba Oramia, the Yoruba youngest son. So he was a prince of Oduduwa from Ile-Ife, who was crowned Oba of the Bini Kingdom 1100 AD, 1170 AD, 12th century to 1200 AD, 13th century. That's one. That's the second photo of Oba Oramia with the inscription written on it, "Proudly Yoruba, no controversy. Oramia was the first." There it is there. You can see it. Now let's see Oba Eweka, his son. That is Oba Eweka the first, who, according to Edo people, began the royal monarchy dynasty 1200 AD to 1235 AD. That's him there. And after his passing, his demands to join his ancestors, there were 21 of his direct lineage heirs who were crowned Oba that ruled the Bini Empire kingdom that ended in 1661 AD in 17th century. And after that, the Obas that ruled are not his direct lineage. And that is from the 22nd Oba. However, the 35th Oba of Orame, let's see his photo. That is Oba of Orame, the 35th Oba to rule the Bini Kingdom that Queen Victoria of England sent British imperialists to invade the Bini royal palace and captured him and banished him to Calabar in 1897 AD. He died in exile in January 1914, the year and month that British conned the fake, fraudulent experiment amalgamation. And the last photo, that is the crowned Oba Eweka II. his son, he was crowned the 36th Oba to rule the Bini Igodomigodo Kingdom, July 1914 to 1933. You have seen the photos of the Obas that made Bini Empire Kingdom, Igodomigodo, to be great. Yes, and they are the real Bini. After 1933, the great Bini Empire was never the same again. Yes, it was never the same again. The Bini Kingdom, as we can see, is not Islamic, did not embrace Islam, did not practice Islam, as Awushi, Esako, Aigbede Edo North embraced Muslim Islam totally. And in fact, when Momodu the first of Edo North embraced Islam in 1881 and turned the entire Edo North into Muslim Islamic, he used marriage to coerce majority of his royal friends to Islam. He even married off one of his daughters to one of his royal friends just to convert him to Muslim. He distanced himself from the other royals that he could not convert to Muslim, but he maintained friendship with Oba of Vorame Nobaise and attempted to invite Oba of Vorame Nobaise to visit his palace in Awushi, which Oba of Vorame declined Momodu the first invitation. Yes, he declined it because real Bini Igodomigodo did not embrace Islam. It wasn't. Okay. It did not. So, like Awushi did. These are indications that the early Bini Kingdom dynasty reign of Igodomigodo Ogisos up to the royal monarchy reign of Oba Oramiya Eweka the first dynasty to Oba of Vorame Nobaise to Eweka, Oba Eweka the second, had nothing to do with Islam and had no bearing with Islam. That Awushi Esako Afemai has turned the present day Bini into the cradle of Islam. This Awushi Esako Afemai, who are claiming to be Igodomigodo now. They turned Bini, the present day Bini, into cradle of Islam. Okay. Edo North married off one of the wives, one of their daughters, to the Bini royal palace, but with the intention to turn Bini royal palace into Muslim, but she did not succeed. Instead, she built a gigantic mosque in Benin and had a program set up in Benin for women to become Muslim. I'm sharing all this so you all should see this Awushi Esako Afema claiming to be Igodomigodo. Okay. Awushi Esako Afema is a part of the masked Muslim Nigeria, but clings onto Igodomigodo to be Biafra now. A deception that Awushi Esako Afema has played in the contraption Muslim Nigeria. Okay. So Biafrans, be vigilant, especially coastal Biafra. Be very vigilant about this Awushi Esako Afema claiming to be Igodomigodo Biafra. Okay. One thing is obvious and clear. Biafra cannot be defeated and will not be Islamized, no matter the Islamic schemes the British, Fulani, Iloni, Yoruba, and Kukuruku, Aigbede, Edo North would want to play. They have tried it since 1860 and they have not succeeded. So this Igodomigodo claim, if it's in quest to color code this our Biafra freedom struggle restoration, is not going to go too far. Yes, it's not going to go too far. Our eyes, you see this, our eyes, it don't open. Our eyes don't open. We know better now. Never again can Biafra be deceived. Never again, yes. Biafra must be restored with truth and nothing but the truth. Biafra is non-Islamic, just as Igodomigodo is non-Islamic. And Biafra is the only way to connect with the Biafra spirit that is non-Islamic. Our leader, Ohamadike I, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is incarcerated there in DSS custody since July 2021. And next year, it will be going the 5th year. He should be free. He committed no crime at all. The interest of Biafra, he took it to heart. Yes. Free him. Let him go. Thanks for watching. See you next time on Anireju News. If you would like to donate for charity humanitarian, you can do so on my Cash App. You can also visit Anireju News online shop to order for t-shirts, pens, mugs, and souvenirs. You can use it to bring awareness about the struggle for people, for the world. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to bring attention to the world notice that we, the Biafra people, and Igodomigodo Biafra is not Islamic, and will not allow Islamization in any form or shape. The world must support and should support Biafra exit from the Muslim Islamic Corporation Nigeria. Thank you.
Mete wa Biafra de no. Mete na Biafra de no. Asina Igodomigodi. Mete wa Biafra de no. Akane